I can still remember.
Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm still in Stockholm right now. It's probably still the same day as in one of the previous videos, but right now we're going to have another meetup, which is going to be super interesting, and we're going to have another guest on the episode. And then we're going to talk about a super interesting topic today, because quite a few of you probably have recently joined after seeing one of my reaction videos. And since they performed super well, I was wondering, should I only make reaction videos now on this channel? And this is the exact topic that we're going to talk about today. Should you only make the content that's working, or should you also make more personal videos like vlogs? Today we're meeting up with a guy who's running a very theme-related channel. You might have already met him before, because I already made 2 videos together with him. And today I really want to ask him for his advice as being a bigger YouTuber already on whether I should just make a theme channel or if I should still mix it up. So right now I'm trying to figure out where to meet. I should be there in like 5 minutes. And if you eventually haven't met him before, as I said, I already made 2 videos together with him. Up here you'll find them. Meet Mr. Stefan Thyron.
Hey, this is my 3rd time on the channel.
Yeah, it's like I'm almost becoming like a resident guest.
Dude, I'm like a character now.
Yeah. So before we get into today's topic, Stefan was super excited to make a little drone session and show me Stockholm from above. He picked a super cool spot, and I already called the cops so that they get his drone and take it away.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
No, nobody knows. So eventually we're going to this like bit of a viewpoint over the Stockholm harbor. If you haven't known before, Stefan is running a YouTube channel. I think he has about almost 55,000 subscribers, and it's mainly related to his experience as an American person living in Sweden. So many of his videos are comparison videos, Sweden versus America. And what I'm really curious to hear from him is, after the while, first of all, get boring for yourself as the person making the videos, if you're not running out of ideas. So that's what we're gonna ask him today, and ask for his experience, his advice. But it's super freaking slippery here, dude. So that totally looks like a decent viewpoint. So Stefan today is recording a video.
For 5 things you need for Swedish winter.
How many Sweden versus America videos do you have?
I think like everything on my channel pretty much, so like 100 maybe.
So what I'm really wondering, and maybe that's interesting for a couple of you thinking about starting a YouTube channel, how is it to just have a theme channel that is basically the same theme after a while? Because I've seen that in the beginning your videos, like they skyrocketed and they made your channel grow super quickly.
I think that's the best way to grow on YouTube, honestly, because when people come to know what to expect from your channel, then they have a reason to subscribe. Like, oh, this guy produces lots of content about Sweden, let's subscribe to his channel because I want to hear more about that. Like people that are going to move to Sweden, or people that want to know an American's opinions about Sweden. So it gives people a reason to subscribe, but then you can also get to that point where you kind of talked about everything that you want to talk about, and it can be tough to transition at some point.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the struggle that I'm going through now. But when you pick a topic that's broad enough, you can still find some things to talk about. But I can see why some YouTubers could get burned out when you're talking about the same thing all the time, but then you have this huge following that is subscribed to you for a reason, and you want to keep them happy at the same time. So it can be a little bit of a challenge. I'm trying to navigate it.
So there are always like these finally coming clear or the truth about this channel videos where you see like your favorite creators and then they suddenly have like a mental breakdown, or they're crying in front of camera, or they're super desperate simply because they're not excited about the videos that they're making anymore.
For sure.
Right? And that's what I'm thinking at the moment on my channel, making the reaction videos. First of all, they perform super well. Many of you probably came through some of those videos, and I'm super excited that you get a lot of value out of those. On the other side, I think about in the long term, do I want this to be like a solely reaction and analysis channel? And then I'm always like, no, not really, because that might get super stale after a while. And so it's super interesting to hear your perspective, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit more, but first let's get the drone up and see some Stockholm from above footage.
Alright.
You better get your best drone game going, man.
I'm not gonna be there for you.
It's really funny.
Cause you were never there for me.
Oh yes, that sounds very good.
Don't go ask me what you did wrong.
This is industrial.
It looks highly professional what you're doing there. Licensed drone pilot.
For me. Why don't you just let it be? I gave you 1, 2, and 3 times, not wasting my good. Cause you're not on your knees.
I just landed flat.
That looked pretty professional, to be honest. As if though you'd done it for 100 times. It's kind of funny, by the way, when I'm recording my videos, it looks the same as for him. It's always a little bit ridiculous for everyone around seeing how you're vlogging, actually, because as you just saw in the rig that we're having here, it's very intrusive, let's say. By the way, can we also quickly talk about these sexy gloves that I'm wearing here? They remind me very much of the ones from Kevin Home Alone, like the burglars, the wet bandits, they have those as well.
Mark, what are you doing?
But I mean, those are the only gloves that I can use my camera with. So while we're just having like a Swedish fika, we just came to that point where when you make YouTube videos, eventually you get to the point where you think about what could I make next that gets a lot of views. And that's very tempting because you want your channel to grow and you want to see that the effort actually goes somewhere. The problem with that though is that you can easily run into some sort of a corner where you then don't really get excited about your own content anymore. And that's when you kind of start experimenting around again and be open and do content that doesn't fit in the normal scheme. So for me, one of the biggest learnings that I have, for example, hanging out with people like Stefan and hearing his story is really I'm gonna upload videos of which I know that bring traffic and that work and that make my channel grow, but at the same time I'm also gonna make videos that I would want to make. And although you might subscribe for the reaction videos, it can be that whoever knows, in a year from now I would never even want to make any of those anymore. I think that's my finding for today. So eventually, short trip to Stockholm comes to an end. It's been great catching up with Stefan. If you haven't already, then make sure to check out the video I made together with him up here. I think I for myself have made a decision thinking about it for the last few days and also talking about it with Stefan now. My channel will never become a reaction channel. It's gonna be one series, but it's never gonna be the sole thing. There will always continue to be behind the scenes videos, vlogs, other tips and tricks aside from the actual reaction videos. But now it's time to go home.